Welcome to Thinking Like a Lawyer with your hosts Elie and Joe Patrice, talking about legal news and pop culture, all while thinking like a lawyer. Here on Legal Talk Network.
Welcome. It's another edition of Thinking Like a Lawyer, but it's a very special edition. On August 20th, Elie and I went down to the International Legal Technology Association convention, and we held an event where we asked trivia questions of the assembled lawyers, technology specialists, reporters, everybody who was there. And what we've done is record our session. So you can listen and play along in your head and see whether or not you would have won. The winning score was 19 out of 30. So test yourself as you go and see if you would have been better. At this point, we'll turn it over to the pre-recorded thing, but not before I mention, seriously, go subscribe to the podcast, give it a review. It helps us move up the algorithm and get more listeners. So that's it. Talk to you later. And without further ado, here is the trivia session.
I'm Executive Director of the DC Bar Pro Bono Center, which is separate from the DC Bar, because we are not financed by members' dues, which means that
you gotta fundraise yourself.
Yeah. So we're incredibly appreciative of the fact that Above the Law wanted to make us the beneficiary of this particular event. And so, with your support, the DC Bar Pro Bono Center touches about 17,000 lives every year. We, through our full representation, our advice and referral clinics, our resource centers, we help close the access to justice gap. So to give you an example, in landlord-tenant court, there are about 30,000 cases filed every year. And guess how many of the defendants in landlord-tenant court are represented by counsel? Yeah, about that, about 5%. 90% at least are unrepresented. And guess how many landlords are represented? Yeah, about the opposite. Yeah, about 95% of the landlords are represented, which means that people go into landlord-tenant court at risk of losing their homes, and they don't have anyone to explain to them the legal complexities of the landlord-tenant system. So that's what we do. We help with landlord-tenant cases. We help people with disabilities who can't work get benefits. We help families in custody cases, child support cases. We also represent people in consumer law cases. If some grandma decides to enter into a contract with somebody who says they're going to make sure that their basement isn't wet, and the guy takes the deposit and never shows up again, we help them. One thing I do want to say is, we appreciate that there are so many crises right now in the world. Immigration law is a huge issue, and we think it's great that people are volunteering for that. But there is a crisis every day in DC within our community, with people losing their homes, people losing their children, people not having enough money to live. And the idea that you all support us in providing representation and helping close the access to justice gap, that makes a huge difference, because if somebody has a lawyer, their chances of being able to assert their rights successfully and save their homes, save their families, it goes up astronomically. So thank you so much for supporting us tonight. Oh, yes. Elie, yes. Connie, except Connie Sinclair.
So far we have raised $750. 1,000 sounds so much better though, right? Everyone just shell out $10, no big deal. Give it to this woman, and we'll be there. That'd be great. Let's do that.
I'll go first.
Yeah, so, hello. I'm Elie Mistal. I am one of the editors of Above the Law. Most of you probably don't know me because I believe you speak robot, which I don't write in. But Joe Patrice is another editor of Above the Law, and he's our main legal tech reporter. He does speak robot. So you probably do know Joe. We're about to run you through a thing that we do quite a bit, ATL trivia. We're going to ask you some questions. Joe, actually, why don't you explain the rules?
So there are answer sheets and a pen. We're going to start handing those out here. And yeah, one per team. Yeah, you don't need to. Yeah, so
Every table should be a team.
yeah, or yeah, at least every table. If not, if there's two of you, whatever. If there's two teams per table, whatever. So we're all right. Well, this is turning into a thing. Yeah, work out a team. She's gonna hand out some sheets here, and then on the top there's a team names section. You can write clever, fun team names, or very bland ones, whatever, lawyers, it happens. So there you go.
Please try to be clever with your team name or else we will mock you.
Yeah, we love clever.
Organize yourself into teams. You're going to want some help with this because we try to test your breadth of knowledge, not just your depth of knowledge.
Did we? Hey, did anybody order quesadillas? Yeah, there's the answer.
First question right.
The power of a microphone. All right. So, okay, everybody. We're going to begin. You can fill in your teammates with what happened while they were out. All right, so first question. This category is about law-ish. So this is going to be our legal category. What? No, yeah, don't yell at the answers. I think they know that. That's why they have a sheet in front of them that we made a huge deal out of handing them. All right. So, all right, write your answers on the sheet. Here we go. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series is the highest grossing book series of all time. What book series ranks third in the all-time sales list with 300 million copies sold and around 80 books? So J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series is the highest selling. What's third highest selling on that list with 300 million copies across 80 books? So yes, try to remember the category also. If I may, I'm going to move to question 2. Question 2 in the legal fiction-y world. At this year's Tony Awards, the award for Best Actor in a featured role in a play went to an actor playing what real-life attorney? So this year's Tony Awards, the award for Best Actor in a featured role in a play went to an actor who was playing what real-life attorney? So I want the attorney in this as the answer here. The Tonys were not on at the same time as the ESPYs. Or maybe they were. Hell, I don't know. This was not a musical. This is a play. Yes, Elie has a weird amount of knowledge about musicals. All right, question 3. Question 3. What was the name of Saul Goodman's previous law firm where his brother was a named partner? So what was the name of Saul Goodman's previous law firm where his brother was a named partner? Yeah, that one's specific to people who watch it, but... All right. Question 4. Question 4. What film follows the ever-worsening frustrations of Elie Smales? What film follows the ever-increasing frustrations of Elie Smales? I can. What film, this is question 4, what film follows the ever-worsening frustrations of Elie Smales? Elihu is Elihu. and Smales. Like Elihu Root, a famous New York lawyer and Secretary of State, I think. Anyway, yeah. But that's not this person, but like that name was because of that person. They gave him that name. They've gotten a few of them, so. All right, all. Question 5. Question 5. What 2017 biopic follows the trial of a Connecticut chauffeur accused of raping his employer? This is a 2017 biopic, and the plot is about the trial of a Connecticut chauffeur who is accused, wrongly in this case, of raping his employer. If it helps, the name of the film is the name of the person that the biopic is about. So there's nothing fancy. It's just like a 2017 biopic, reasonably big deal when it happened. All right. Question number 6. Question number 6. What television attorney is also known, for the sake of one gag anyway, as Miguel Sanchez and Dr. Nguyen Van Fok? What television attorney is also known by the aliases, at least for one gag, as Miguel Sanchez and Dr. Nguyen Van Fok?
He went to Cooley, right?
Potentially. I don't know what state Cooley's in for that purposes. That was actually a hint, weirdly enough, but yeah. I just said, I don't know. He said, like, was it Cooley? And I was like, I don't know what state that is. And I do know where Cooley is, but, like, that was quasi a hint. Dr. Nguyen Van Fok, a.k.a. Miguel Sanchez. Question 7. There are 2 acceptable answers. I will take either the character. Yeah. Either the character or the actor. I don't really care. I'll know that you know the answer if you get either. Earlier this year, we lost which comedic actor synonymous with his 9-year run as a TV judge? Earlier this year, we lost what comedic actor / character who is synonymous with his 9-year run as a TV judge? That I believe is 7. And Elie, you got a ruling on this? What do you think?
No, we need the surname.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think we need either the actress name or the character. We can't just go with the show. Yeah. I know. I feel for you, but. There's nothing Socratic about what we're doing. All right. Query number 8. What famous lawyer, who is not famous for being a lawyer, attended Northwest Mississippi Community College, Mississippi State, and the University of Mississippi at various points? So what famous lawyer, living. What famous lawyer, not actually famous for their lawyering, attended Northwest Mississippi Community College, Mississippi State, and the University of Mississippi at various points? So, question number 9. Henry Fonda is best known in legal fiction circles for 12 Angry Men, but in 1980, he portrayed which famous Supreme Court litigant from the early 1960s? So Henry Fonda is best known in legal fiction circles for 12 Angry Men, but in 1980 he portrayed which famous Supreme Court litigant from the early 1960s? And if you think about your famous Supreme Court litigants from the 1960s, there are, reasonably few that Henry Fonda could have played. If it helps, it's a Supreme Court precedent that is still theoretically good law for now. I mean, who knows? By October, who the hell knows? But for now. You're right, exactly. Exactly. People Henry Fonda couldn't play. All right. Question 10. Question 10. What is the name of the lawyer who headlines the video game series Ace Attorney? Yeah, people who went to the ILTA video game thing, yeah. So what is the name of the lawyer who is the main character of the video game series Ace Attorney? So here's the deal. I am gonna ask, does anybody need anything repeated? All of them? That's not gonna happen. You get 3. No, I will do all of them, but I will do them very quickly. So if you need to take notes, then take notes. Here we go. Number 1 was J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series. It's the highest grossing book series of all time. What legal book series ranks 3rd in all-time sales with over 300 million copies and 80 books? That wasn't quick. That was just one question. Question 2. At this year's Tony Awards, the award for Best Actor in a Featured Role in a Play went to an actor playing what real-life attorney? 3. What was the name of Saul Goodman's previous law firm where his brother was a named partner? 4. What film follows the ever-worsening frustrations of Elihu Smales? 5. What 2017 biopic follows the trial of a Connecticut chauffeur wrongly accused of raping his employer? 6. What television attorney is also known for the sake of one gag as Miguel Sanchez and Dr. Nguyen Ben Phoc? 7. Earlier this year we lost what comedic actor synonymous with his 9-year run as a TV judge? You can have either the actor or the character. And yes, Jeopardy rules there. 8. What famous lawyer, not famous as a lawyer, attended Northwest Mississippi Community College, Mississippi State, and University of Mississippi at various points? 9. Henry Fonda is best known in legal circles for 12 Angry Men, but in 1980 he portrayed what famous Supreme Court litigant from the early 60s? And what's the name, 10, what's the name of the lawyer who headlines the video game series Ace Attorney? All right. That's the end of round 1. Now, I'm going to hand this over to Elie, who's going to do round the 2nd.
Okay, round 2. This category is sports people with law degrees. Sports people with law degrees. If you have ever turned on ESPN, you will most likely be able to get 5 of these. All right, question 1, round 2. After getting the monkey off his back in San Francisco, this quarterback got his law degree from BYU. It's pretty goddamn easy if you've ever watched sport. After getting the monkey off his back in San Francisco, this quarterback got his law degree from BYU. Question 2, round 2. This recently retired Minnesota Supreme Court judge was a member of the Purple People Eaters. He was inducted into both the College and Professional Football Hall of Fame. Purple People Eaters. Hall of Famer, defensive tackle. Retired as a Minnesota Supreme Court judge just a couple years ago, and he's still alive, I think. Question 3, round 2. This 1996 Olympian is the second most decorated American gymnast who was only recently passed by Simone Biles, who is ridiculous. Simone Biles does not have a law degree, but this woman does. She got her law degree from BC, graduating in 2007. This 1996 Olympian was part of the gold medal Magnificent Seven winning team. Y'all see Simone Biles won like all 5 goddamn medals in the world. She hasn't even like competed for like 2 years. Question 4, round 2. One of ESPN's lead college basketball analysts. Do I really need to say more? I mean, come on. Is of counsel at Moore Van Allen. He played ball at Duke, basketball, and he got his law degree from Duke. ESPN college basketball analyst, Dookie, come on. One of ESPN's lead college basketball analysts is also of counsel at Moore Van Allen.
Fun fact, this year, the graduation speaker, UNC. Yeah, sacrilege kind of, but yeah, he was graduation speaker.
Question 5, round 2. He is the head football coach for Washington State University. He is easily one of the best quotes in college football. He may or may not be a pirate, and he got his law degree from Pepperdine. Head coach at Washington State, used to be the head coach at Texas Tech, right, Joe? Texas Tech. No, you're thinking of somebody else. Question 6, round 2. This Nigerian-born soccer player recently joined Cristiano Ronaldo at Juventus, but on the ladies' team. She's one of the best women footballers in the world. I would go so far as to say, if you know a Nigerian women footballer, you probably know who I'm talking about. She also is a sports and entertainment lawyer. She's kind of a badass. I said Juve.
You did. Yeah,
You want me to say Juve?
Yeah, because it also sounded weird out of context the way you just said it. Yeah.
I feel like if I ran around going Juventus, I would be a poser, right? I said soccer. Soccer at Juventus. Nigerian-born soccer player recently joined Cristiano Ronaldo at Juventus, but on the ladies' team. Question 7, round 2. He is the former manager of the Oakland A's and the St. Louis Cardinals. He basically invented the closer, and he got his law degree from Florida State. That was question 7, round 2. A's, Cardinals, closer, Florida State law degree. Question 8, round 2. He is the lead color analyst for Sunday Night Football. He no longer knows what a catch is, but who does really? He got his law degree from Cincinnati, where he also played wide receiver. He's the lead color analyst for Sunday Night Football. It's so easy. If you've ever watched it, you know what I'm talking about. He no longer knows what a catch is, because his Super Bowl call was terrible. But who does? He got his law degree from Cincinnati, where he also played wide receiver. Question 9, round 2. This former Croatian tennis star is currently an investment banker at Credit Suisse. But before that, he attended Harvard Law School, and he got his LLM from Columbia Law School. Question 9, round 2, Croatian tennis star. Croatian. You don't have to spell it right. This former Croatian tennis star is currently an investment banker at Credit Suisse. But before that, he attended Harvard Law School and he got his LLM from Columbia. Just for people who know they're Croatian tennis stars, please understand that I said he is currently an investment banker at Credit Suisse, not currently playing tennis, right? So like the other Croatian tennis star that you maybe know. Question 10, round 2. This woman graduated from Penn Law just this spring, but she is best known as the 2002 women's figure skating gold medalist. She's also from my hood, from Great Neck, Long Island, which means I probably tried to date her and failed back in the day. 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Games, women's figure skating gold medalist.
I remember watching that. Yeah. I was in Boston for a deposition, and that was on. Yeah. She wasn't supposed to, and she did. Yeah.
Penn Law just now. Okay, who needs repeats?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
Any other question? I have 6 for repeats. Anybody else need question repeated? 3? All right, question 3, round 2 was this. Wow, it's question 3 in round 2 was this 1996 Olympian is the second most decorated American gymnast, male or female, only recently passed by Simone Biles. She got her law degree from BC, graduating in 2007. That was question 3. Question 6 was this Nigerian-born soccer player recently joined Cristiano Ronaldo at Juventus, but on the ladies' team. She's one of the best women's footballers in the world and a sports and entertainment lawyer. All right, we're going to move on to round 3.
All right, everybody. This is our round 3. So here's the deal. On the back, you find nothing. Anyway, this is the last round, so just write it on the back. I meant to double print these, and apparently that didn't work. Didn't know that until just now. So yeah, just on the back, they have 10 lines. You can actually use the lines that you see through from the previous page, probably. Anyway, the point is just write these 10 answers. Sorry, everybody, I screwed up. Probably because legal technology isn't as all it's cracked up to be. All right, so Elie did sports, I did law, now I'm going to do technology. So this is a tech category for those of you who are here for tech reasons. Question 1 is a 50-50 shot. Which came first, the iPod or iTunes? Which came first, the iPod or the iTunes? Yeah, this is literally a chicken and the egg, except it's about apples, so it's like a seed or whatever. The point is, that's the question. All right. Question 2. What website did Rupert... no, the rest of this is going to make it sound so much sadder now that I think about it as above law. Yeah. What website did Rupert Murdoch buy for $580 million in 2005? He then had to sell it in 2011 for $35 million. Wah, wah. So what website did Rupert Murdoch buy for $580 million in 2005 and sell in 2011 for $35 million? Does anybody want to know who he sold it to, or is that, will people object? He sold it to Justin Timberlake. Making it even dumber that this all happened. 2011 he sold it. Question 3. By 1897, what German had perfected his alternative to the Otto gasoline engine? In 1897, what German perfected their alternative to the Otto gasoline engine? It's an alternative to the gasoline engine. It's a technology. Sorry, it's not e-discovery, but you know, it's a thing. And it is Jeopardy rules, like if you just have a last name, that's fine. Yeah. If you have both names, that yeah, no, right, exactly, like totally Jeopardy rules. So, like, yeah, do last name only if you aren't sure of the first. Yeah. All right. Question 4. Question 4. Named for a Viking king, what technology was the go-to wireless format for a decade? Named after a Viking king, what technology was the go-to wireless format for a decade? Yeah. If you wanted a device to connect to something without a cable, or like whatever, like that kind of, it's a way of doing things without wires. So, wireless format. That's what I mean. Very literal, not like in any kind of technical way, like the preferred way to do things without wires for a decade. It is not necessarily gone, it still exists, but like it was the preferred way of doing it for about 10 years. The Viking king is kind of the real key here, but all right, question 5. Question 5. Pioneered by the U.S. Air Force in 1972, what space-based technology became available for general public use on May 2nd, 2000? Pioneered by the U.S. Air Force in 1972, what space-based technology became available for general public use on May 2nd, 2000?
You're very much my barometer, because the person sitting next to me, I'm like, things right, things wrong. I'm like, okay, I know I'm kind of in the right, so, yeah.
All right. Number 6. On April 23rd, 2005, what began with, quote, "me at the zoo," end quote, displaying the company founder's trip to the San Diego Zoo? So on April 23rd, 2005, what began with "me at the zoo," displaying the company's founder's trip to the San Diego Zoo? No. That would be a way, way worse trip. This was not that trip. All right. Question 7. Question 7. In 1994, Mark Andreessen offered what web browser based on Mosaic technology commercially to the world? So in 1994, Mark Andreessen offered what Mosaic-based web browser to the world commercially? So, all right. Question 8. Question 8. John Bird made the first of what navigational instruments with an arc of 60 degrees? John Bird made the first of what navigational instrument with an arc of 60 degrees? right, everybody. Let's go. Question 9. Question 9. Elisha, whatever. The name that Manning has. Anyway, Elisha, whatever, Otis, is best known for creating a brake for what kind of conveyance? So Elisha Otis is best known for creating a brake for what kind of conveyance?
Can we go back to the rule against perpetuities?
Elisha, whatever. Elisha Otis, whatever. The Otis is what really matters. Otis is best known for creating a brake for what kind of conveyance? Yeah, right, yeah. Oh, that's a shame. So let's close this out, shall we? Question 10. What object would you need to operate the 1861 invention of Linus Yale? So what object would you need to operate the 1861 invention of a man named Linus Yale? Yale, as in the school that Elie didn't go to. Yeah. All right, everybody. Does anyone need a repeat? It's not spoon feeding to repeat, I don't think. Anyway, we all good? All right, we are going to come around, gather the sheets and grade them up and let you know who wins, loses, whatever.
Please make sure that your team name is on your sheets.
Correct.
Not know who we are.
Correct. Meanwhile, once we do that, enjoy life, like have a drink or whatever, and then we'll start reading the answers once we've got everything worked out, and we'll have fun learning how wrong we were, and then we'll give out some stuff. Otherwise, yeah. Well, thanks for coming. We'll have some fun here. All right.
By the way, you guys, you raised $300 in that cash round. Nice job. Thank you.
All right, here we go. So here's how this is going to work. So now I'm going to go through the categories again. You can yell out the answer at this point, prove how smart you are. We're going to have fun with it. So we'll go through these quickly. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series highest grossing. What's the third highest grossing series? Perry Mason. Perry Mason. At this year's Tony Awards, who got the Best Actor award in featured role in a play? Went to Andrew Garfield, who was playing Roy Cohn. Or was it not him? It was the other guy? I don't know. Whatever. Nathan Lee. Whoever it was Roy Cohn. Point. Roy Cohn's the key. What was the name of Saul Goodman's previous law firm where his brother was a named partner? It's key to know that his real name is Jimmy McGill. It was Hamlin and McGill. What film follows the ever-worsening troubles of Elie Hugh Smales? Judge Smales is Caddyshack. What 2017 biopic follows the Connecticut chauffeur wrongly accused of raping his employer? Marshall is the right answer. The movie about Thurgood Marshall. Question 6. What television attorney is also known as Miguel Sanchez or Dr. Nguyen Van Falk? Lionel Hutz is now dead. Say hello to Miguel Sanchez. Yes. Lionel Hutz. Earlier this year,
Tastes so good on my lips.
earlier this year, we lost Harry Anderson / Harry Stone. Judge Harry Stone, Harry Anderson. Harry Stone? Yeah, I'll accept a Harry Stone. All right, so question 8.
Harry would not have been fun.
Right. What famous lawyer, not famous as a lawyer, went to a bunch of Mississippi colleges?
John Grisham.
John Grisham is right. It pays off eventually. Question 9. Henry Fonda played what 60s Supreme Court litigant? Yeah, he did. Clarence Gideon. I was very much looking at this table like, you've got to get this. All right. And question 10. Ace Attorney is Phoenix Wright. All right.
Hamlin and McGill. All right, this is the sports category, and honestly, y'all would have won if you knew any sports. You knew any sports. But you knew no sports here at all. Amazing. Even this one, which is pretty goddamn easy. After getting the monkey off his back in San Francisco, this quarterback got his law degree from BYU. Steve Young, the lefty, replaced Joe Montana.
Literally the Y in BYU. Like it's his grandson.
This is
No. I think actually, it is literally the Y in BYU is Young for a reason. That's his grandson.
This recently retired Minnesota Supreme Court judge who did not have CTE, as far as we know, was a member of the Purple People Eaters, inducted both the college and professional football Hall of Fame. That is defensive tackle Alan Page. Question 3, this 1996 Olympian is the second most decorated American gymnast, only recently passed by Simone Biles. She got her law degree from BC after graduating in 2007. That's Shannon Miller. Alive, he said Dominique Marceau, which is not right. Shannon Miller. Question 4. One of ESPN, how did you not know this? One of ESPN's head college basketball analysts is also counts on Moore Van Allen. He played basketball at Duke, got his law degree from Duke. He's Mr. Duke. He's not Coach K. He's Jay Billis.
Coach K didn't get a law degree. You know where he went to school?
That's right.
Bob Knight.
I knew that. In fairness, so I was having this debate at WNYC about college athletes, should they get paid or not, whatever.
Elie talks about the NYC. Look at him.
And I was like, oh, you know who we should interview? We should interview Jay Billis. And WNYC was just like, who? And I'm like, oh my God. Can't even. Question number 5. He's the head football coach for Washington State. He's one of the best quotes in the game. He's not a pirate. Mike Leach. Mike Lee is incorrect. Mike Lee is incorrect. Mike Leach is correct. Nigerian-born women's soccer player. What a surprise. Nobody here knows black women soccer players. I'm shocked. Eniola Aluko. Eniola Aluko. When the real World Cup starts next summer, the Women's World Cup, when the real World Cup starts, look for her. She'll be playing for Britain. She's very, very good. Question 7. He's the former manager of the A's and the Cardinals and the rest of the club. Everybody knew this. Tony La Russa.
I saw him manage a minor league.
Question 8. He's the lead color analyst for Sunday Night Football. He no longer knows what a catch is, but who does? He got his law degree from Cincinnati. That is Chris Collinsworth, who spells his name wrong. Chris with no H, but that's okay. I'm not going to. It's fine. If you spelled Chris Collinsworth correctly, unlike his mother, that's fine. I'm going to still give you a point. Question 9. Nobody got this. Former Croatian tennis star currently an investment banker. Many said Joker, Nikola Djokovic. He's currently playing. A couple of you said Goran Ivanisevic, which is impressive poll. Also wrong though. It's Mario Antic. Slobodan Milosevic is also wrong. He is Croatian. You're right. He is not Croatian. Sorry. Question 10. This woman is best known as the 2002 women's figure skating gold medalist. She graduated from Penn Law just recently. A lot of you said Michelle Kwan. It is Sarah Hughes from Great Neck, Strong Island. One person got that. Strong Island, baby.
All right, let's roll through this. What came first, the iPod or iTunes?
iTunes.
It was iTunes. One came out in January, the other came out in October of 2001. Question 2. Rupert Murdoch bought something for $580 million and then he sold it to Justin Timberlake for $35. MySpace. 3. 1897. What German made an alternative to the gasoline engine? Diesel. Yep. Yeah, not gasoline, it's diesel. All right, 4, named after a Viking king, a wireless format? Bluetooth. Yeah, Bluetooth. Viking king, Bluetooth.
I bet Ragnar kicked his ass.
Yeah. Hell, his name might have been Ragnar, I don't know. His nickname was Bluetooth, though, which I'm sure was a dental problem. 5, pioneered by the Air Force in 1972. What space-based technology came to the public in 2000? GPS. 7, 1994, Mark Andreessen offered what Mosaic-based browser to the world commercially? That was Netscape Navigator, any of those. Any of those I count, yep. John Bird made the first instrument, navigation instrument, 60 degrees. Well, a circle is 360, so 60 would be a sixth of that. It's a sextant. Alicia Otis made a brake for what? For elevators. Why all your elevators are Otis's. What do you need to operate the device invented by Linus Yale? You need a key, because he invented locks. So, that sets up these results. All right, so we're going to go from last but absolutely not least. With 8 points is Plead the Fifth. Next with the actually incorrect name is Last Place with 13. With 15 points, we have the PBC Do-Gooders.
15 points. Pulling it over for an entire round.
Really? Wow. All right. Yeah, wow. All right. With 16 points, we have Reese Peeps and Disco 6 something? I don't know. Something was there. That's 16. All right. Now, so that's a tie, and then that's, yeah, and then these, yeah, okay. No, this is fourth. Second, third, and then, yeah. In fourth place, with 17 points, is RBG's Trainer. third place with a very respectable 18 points and winning socks? Some socks. Yeah, we have socks. Some Evolve the Law socks, because why the hell not? Winning socks is Uncivilized Procedure. All right, there they are. Somebody grabbed the socks and yeah. So, yes, so here's the deal. First and second, deadlock tie right now. Between the Penumbras and Team Sway. How will we resolve a tie, you ask? Well, we thought this through. So what we're gonna do, we need one representative from each team. We will come up, get a question from Elie. Good question. What is the topic?
The amendments.
It's about constitutional amendments. So find your better constitutional amendment person. We will have this runoff round to decide first and second.
All right, it's going to be a quick draw. I thought we were just going to do a quick draw. Just.
Oh, that's cool too. Either way. All right, everyone quiet. No one else participate but these two. Here we go.
I have to wait until
Which amendment granted women's suffrage?
17.
First. All right, you guys.
19.
19. Thank you. You're both wrong. You're both wrong at first, so I feel justified. All right, so second place we have Penumbras.
So there are two of you, by the way. The only team of two.
Yeah, two people, second place.
Congratulations.
For real.
Yeah, tied for first. Here's a shitload of shirts for two people.
Congratulations. And first place we have
Team Sway.
Team Sway.
I gave out the socks. We're good.
We're going to give out socks.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you guys so much for donating to the DC bar. We raised $1,000 tonight. Pretty awesome. Thank you for coming, Neil, for reading Above the Law. Hopefully, thank you for reading Evolve the Law. One experiences Evolve the Law. And thank you so much. Have a nice night. I think we still have some free drinks now.
If you'd like more information about what you've heard today, please visit LegalTalkNetwork.com. You can also find us at AboveTheLaw.com, ATLRedline.com, iTunes, RSS, Twitter, and Facebook. The views expressed by the participants of this program are their own and do not represent the views of, nor are they endorsed by, Legal Talk Network, its officers, directors, employees, agents, representatives, shareholders, and subsidiaries. None of the content should be considered legal advice. As always, consult a lawyer.